You probably think of Justin Bieber before Benny Blanco when you think of the biggest music stars. But Billboard just changed the game in a way that no one saw coming. Before we get into this shocking chart, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss what happens next in the story. Billboard just released a list of the best songwriters of the 21st century, and everyone on the internet is going crazy over one thing. Benny Blanco, a producer and songwriter who has been quietly making hits for years, is now officially more popular than pop star Justin Bieber. From January 2000 to December 28, 2024, both artists had 8 #1 hits on the Hot 100 chart. Benny got spot number 16 and Justin got spot number 17. That one position difference has caused a huge stir on social media and a flood of reactions that no one could have predicted. This ranking is very interesting because of the connections between everyone involved and the timing of it. Fans of Selena Gomez were the first to join the conversation, and they had a lot to say. Some people thought this was the best twist of fate, while others were confused about how the rankings worked in the first place. Because Selena is now married to Benny Blanco, this Billboard announcement felt less like a simple chart update and more like the universe was messing with everyone's feelings. Within minutes of the announcement, social media went crazy. One fan didn't hold back and wrote, "Selena married Benny so her music will finally take off," and then threw shade by saying, "It's still not happening." That one comment got thousands of responses, with people either agreeing with it or jumping in to defend Selena and Benny, but the tweet wars were just getting started. Another fan decided to list all of Benny's biggest hits to show that he deserved even more than number 16. They talk about Justin's songs Love Yourself and Cold Water, Teenage Dream and California Girls with Katy Perry, Payphone and Moves Like Jagger with Maroon 5, Shawn Mendes and Camila Code sing Señorita. Selena and I Are Still in Love, Britney Spears' Circus with Rihanna, Diamonds, and Kesha's Die Young and TikTok. It's hard to argue that the man hasn't been behind some of the most memorable pop moments of this century when you look at that list all at once. Some fans did things very differently. They stopped praising Benny and started pointing fingers at Justin's catalog, asking if he really wrote his own hits. One very rude comment said that Ed Sheeran, Benny Blanco, or Charlie Puth wrote all of Justin's biggest hits. That comment hit a nerve because it's true that a lot of Justin's #1 hits were made with other people. Ed Sheeran and Benny Blanco wrote Love Yourself, one of his most popular songs. This makes the whole ranking situation even more complicated. You know, Benny was often the one writing the lyrics and melodies behind the scenes while Justin sang the songs and made them famous. There were also fans who thought the whole ranking was just a way to get more attention. Someone said directly that Billboard was throwing shade at Justin to get attention and that no one cares about their list anymore. A lot of people agreed with that idea because they think music magazines like to make drama where there doesn't need to be any. After all, both artists have had a lot of success, and some fans think it's unfair to compare them based on just one thing. These kinds of rankings always make someone feel bad or unappreciated because music is subjective. No matter how crazy the comments get, the numbers don't lie. Benny Blanco has helped write more than 150 songs that have made it to the charts around the world. You can see his fingerprints all over pop music from the last 2 decades. Britney Spears' Circus was one of his first big hits. It showed that he could write songs that were both catchy and theatrical. Kesha's song TikTok became a cultural phenomenon and set the tone for a whole era of party music. Teenage Dream and California Girls with Katy Perry made her a pop star and made Benny's name as someone who knows how to write songs that people remember. Diamonds by Rihanna showed off his range and proved that he could write both sad ballads and happy anthems. He stayed popular through different styles of pop music thanks to songs like Moves Like Jagger and Payphone with Maroon 5. Die Young with Kesha showed that he could still write songs that felt important and alive. Love Yourself by Justin Bieber became one of the most streamed songs of the decade and showed that Benny could get in touch with his feelings when he needed to. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello's Señorita showed that he still knew what was going on in modern pop romance. You shouldn't ignore Justin Bieber's music either. Billboard says he wrote Love Yourself, Anyone, As Long As You Love Me, Baby, Holy, Lonely, No Pressure, and more than 100 other songs. When Justin was still a teenager, Baby became one of the most famous pop songs of all time and made him a superstar. As Long As You Love Me kept him going and showed that he could grow beyond his earlier bubblegum sound. Love Yourself was a turning point in his career when he started to write in a more grown-up and open way. Holy's music had a gospel influence, and he connected with fans on a spiritual level. Lonely, which was co-written by Benny Blanco, ironically, became an anthem for people who felt alone and misunderstood. Anyone showed off how much his singing had improved and how well he could perform. No Pressure reminded everyone that he could still make feel-good summer songs that were all over the radio. He also worked on songs like All That Matters, Be All Right, and Stay, showing that he can write in a variety of styles and moods. The fan fights didn't end with just comparing their hit counts. People began to break down the differences between being a songwriter and an artist. Some people said that Benny should get more credit because he's written songs for so many different artists. Some people said that Justin's contributions are often tied to his own performance and brand. Others said that Justin's ability to bring those songs to life and connect with audiences is just as important as the writing process. And there isn't a clear answer to this question because both roles are important for a song to be successful. The fact that everyone involved has a personal history with each other makes this whole thing even more interesting. From 2010 to 2018, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were on and off again in a relationship. Their relationship was very complicated with public breakups, makeups, and endless media speculation. Fans kept a close eye on their relationship, looking for clues in social media posts and paparazzi photos to see if they were together or not. In March 2018, they finally broke up for good, and each of them went on with their lives in a different way. Selena was happy with Benny Blanco years after she broke up with Justin. On September 27th, 2025, the two got married in a small ceremony in Santa Barbara, California. Their wedding was a private event, far away from all the tabloid drama that surrounded her relationship with Justin. Fans were surprised at first that Benny and the other person were together because Benny had been working behind the scenes for so long, but it looks like the couple is really happy together. It feels like the universe is adding another chapter to an already complicated story, that Benny is now higher than Justin on this Billboard list. There is no doubt that both artists have made a mark on pop music. Benny Blanco showed that you don't have to be famous to change the sound of a whole generation. Few songwriters can work with artists from different genres and styles like he can. Justin Bieber showed that a kid from Canada can become one of the biggest stars in the world if they have a lot of talent and work hard. His rise from making covers on YouTube to playing to sold-out stadiums is the stuff of modern music legend. The Billboard chart shows that there are many ways to measure success in music. Different things like chart positions, streaming numbers, awards, and cultural impact tell different stories. Benny Blanco's higher placement doesn't take away from Justin Bieber's accomplishments, and Justin's huge fame doesn't take away from Benny's contributions to pop music. From different points of view, they both had a big impact on the music of the 21st century. What this list really shows is how much more people work together in pop music these days. There was a time when one person wrote, produced, and performed everything. A lot of the time, the biggest hits of the day come from a group of songwriters, producers, and artists working together to make something great. Benny Blanco is the behind-the-scenes magic that makes those collaborations work, and Justin Bieber is the star power that brings those songs to a lot of people. The way fans react also shows how much they care about the legacies of their favorite artist. For many people, music is very personal, and seeing their idols ranked or compared can feel like a judgment on their own taste. That's why people always talk about these Billboard lists. They aren't just numbers on a page, they are statements about who was the most important person in a certain time in music history. One thing is clear as the dust settles on this Billboard announcement. Benny Blanco and Justin Bieber are both among the best songwriters of the 21st century. No matter if you're on Team Benny or Team Justin, you can't deny that both have made songs that change pop culture. The argument over who should be higher on the list will probably go on long after this list is no longer in the news, but that's what makes music so fun. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone is passionate about defending their favorites. If you've read this far, you've just seen one of the craziest things happen in the music business this year. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another story that gets people talking online.